So you call yourself a fan of Turnstile's Glow On, but you're looking for a way to get into comics? I've got you covered. Look no further, because the book I think you need to read is called Mary Tyler Moorehawk by Dave Baker. Now, let's say you're a new Turnstile fan. You don't know the old music, you don't know about the connection to Trapped Under Ice and all these other different bands like Mindset and whoever else they're connected to. Glow On is an album that is made for somebody who's new to the scene or just new to the sound in general. Now, I bet you're wondering how that connects to Mary Tyler Moorehawk. Well, the answer is simple. Dave has decided to make this comic in such a way that it's very easy for somebody who's not familiar with comics to jump right in. And just like how Glow On is super fun the entire listen and it doesn't really stop, it's the same way with Mary Tyler Moorehawk. Dave constantly builds the characters up and throws them in unique and new situations every single page. And there's just so much cool stuff to look at. Like when I was looking at this book, I was blown away by how just unique the world building is. The book's awesome. Spoiler alert. Now I am gonna say this. I have to imagine that if you're reading a comic or if you're listening to music, the sort of traditional literature route is not necessarily something you're gonna be interested in. And there is a lot of that in this book. But before you jump to conclusions, like
reading is stupid if it's not with pictures or if it's not in a meme or something like that.
The reading that you get out of these prose portions in the book is absolutely essential to understanding the overall story and getting a totally different narrative that kind of plays into the style and tone of how Dave's approaching this book. Now let's talk about the design of both the record and the book. Obviously there's that pink tone to both, right? But what's cool about them and why I think they're sort of connected in a unique way is that design is very important and you can tell. And with Mary Tyler Moorehawk, it's super thought out all the way down to like the gold foil on the front cover, which is awesome. Not to mention the texture of the actual book cover. It almost has like a threaded or kneaded kind of feel to it. And it really reminds me of picking up a vinyl record or a sleeve or something like that I would pull the record out of. And I just think that that is so cool. Mary Tyler Moorehawk retails at about $30 US. And that may seem like a bigger price point than your average comic book trade. I don't know about you, but sometimes I pick up comics and it takes me an hour to read a whole trade. Mary Tyler Moorehawk is not that way. You'll be flipping back through the pages, trying to figure out how all these characters connect, and honestly, it begs to have a reread. So for 30 bucks, you can't beat that. So if you want to find out more about Turnstile, I put the link to their website down below, and I'm sure they're going to be playing a show near you soon. If not, I would say go listen to their old stuff. It's very different than Glow On, but it still is really cool. And separately, I've also included a link to Mary Tyler Moorehawk and Dave's work. Today's video, as per usual, is short. I definitely want to make sure that everybody knows that these videos are going to be shorter than my other things that I'll put up from time to time. I do want to mention that I recently released this book, The History of Hardcore. It's a book about the beginning, the present, and the future of hardcore music. And it's a time traveling tale with fun and lots of cool things. And if you're unfamiliar with hardcore music, but you really love comics, I think this will be perfect for you. And if you're familiar with hardcore, but not necessarily with comics, this is also made for you. It's sort of what I want to do with this channel, but in a comic book form. So I would appreciate it if you checked it out. There's a link to it in the description below. And also, I didn't mention this last time, but I have a Patreon page. So on my Patreon page, I always post all of my art way early. I'm posting constant updates on projects that I'm in the middle of, projects that I'm working on, ideating on, those sorts of things. And you'll have early access to all of these videos. So depending on which level you choose, you could have access to this video maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks early. Like for example, the video I just posted about Bloodrick, that one was up like 2 weeks ago. So if that's something you're interested in and you have a couple dollars to spare, don't send them to Starbucks, send them to me. You don't need more coffee, you need more Hunter. And even if that's not something you're interested in right now, that's cool. I appreciate you watching this video. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace.